9 ways to talk to kids, according to Mr. Rogers. 1. Provide motivation. Rogers suggested adding simple reasons for following advice. You can explain why certain actions are important. For instance, it's important to brush your teeth to keep them healthy. It makes guidance more meaningful and easier to follow. 2. Keep it clear and simple. Mr. Rogers believed in expressing ideas as clearly as possible. He used terms preschoolers could understand. It's best to break down complex concepts into digestible bits. When explaining sharing, you might say, let your friend have a turn with a toy. 3. Focus on the positive. Rogers preferred reframing negative statements positively. Instead of saying don't do this, try it's good to do that. This method encourages good behavior without instilling fear. Children respond better to positive guidance. 4. Avoid being prescriptive. Rogers recommended phrasing instructions as suggestions rather than commands. Instead of ask your parents, try your parents can tell you. You can present information without demanding specific actions. It allows children to feel more in control. 5. Embrace uncertainty. Rogers advised avoiding absolute statements. You can use phrases like can instead of will. For example, the sun can make you warm rather than the sun will make you warm. This acknowledges that life isn't always predictable. It teaches children to be flexible and open-minded. 6. Connect to child development. Rogers advised relating ideas to aspects of growth children can understand. You might say, tying your shoes is part of growing up, or learning to read helps you discover new stories. This helps kids see how advice fits into their own lives and development. It makes abstract concepts more tangible and relevant. 7. Redirect to trusted authorities. Rogers suggested redirecting children to people they trust. You can encourage asking parents or caregivers for advice. For instance, your parent can tell you where it's safe to play. This approach respects parental authority. It also teaches kids to seek help when needed. 8. Make it inclusive. Rogers emphasized choosing language that applies to all children. Consider different family structures and life situations. Use terms like favorite grown-ups instead of just parents. Say people you live with, rather than assuming a traditional family. This ensures every child feels included and valued. 9. Avoid value judgments. Rogers recommended replacing words implying moral superiority. Instead of saying something is good, you might say it's helpful or kind. For example, sharing your toys is a kind thing to do. This approach respects children's ability to form their own opinions. It encourages independent thinking without imposing adult values.